Obviously, they scored first, and football is a game of momentum. And obviously, as coaches, you're working your tail off to find ways to respond, even when things maybe aren't going your way. But for us in all three phases, to be able to stay on the attack, was not perfect by any means. There's a lot we're excited to clean up, but be able to stay on the attack and do it together as a team, that's Boise State football, and I'm proud of that. Proud of our kids for that.
You mentioned momentum. You guys are down 10-0. George hits that 75-yard touchdown run. What impact did that have on the sideline and the whole team?
Huge. Once again, even talking about another George Halani, coming into his senior year, gets hurt, misses almost half the season, and humble and hungry, works his tail off to get back on the field, and he's just been productive every single week. He led this team as well. All these guys did such a phenomenal job leading their brothers. And so him making that big-time play in that big-time moment to help swing that momentum, there's not another guy that I'd be more excited for than George Halani.
You mentioned the emotions. The Gatorade bath, then you're doing the post-game interview, they mobbed you again. How do you describe that feeling?
Oh, BJ, once again, it's a group of young men that has my heart, and they love each other. They love their coaches. And like I said, they impact me in way more ways than I impact them. I see them every day. It puts a smile on my face. Once again, when things are not going, like they have every excuse to not. And for them to do what they did tonight, once again, but just the attitude they did it with when they came to practice, seeing them reap those benefits, BJ, that's what I'm so proud of these guys, man. I know I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just so proud of these kids, man. It's all about them. I love them dearly, and I do anything for them, and they do anything for each other. And that's what you saw tonight. That doesn't mean football is always going to be perfect. Doesn't mean, but I'm a firm believer when you do that, you do it together, and you have joy when you're doing it with each other, good things are going to come. And it might mean you're down 10-0 in a game, but you can stay on the attack. And I'm so proud of this group of young men. So that's why when I'm in that moment, BJ, it's surreal because I'm just so thankful that these players get that. I don't want I didn't want this season to be an asterisk. 2023, that's what happened. These group of seniors, and they just move on. And they didn't want that for themselves. And they're the ones that put the work in. So, the emotions for me go through the roof because I'm just so thankful for these guys and how much they've impacted my life. And I love them dearly, man. And it's.
Spencer, you dialed back practice a little bit, at least in terms of time. You wanted to be more efficient. You gave the players extra time with their families last night. It seemed like they played with a certain joy tonight. What is the takeaway from how this week went and the result of it?
Yeah. For these young men, we went into it all about how, all right, the time we do have at practice, the time we do have in meetings, we're going to be efficient, and I promise you that what we're doing, we need to get this. Whatever the reps are, whatever the walkthrough is, whatever the meeting is. And I said, you guys need to get my back in the fact that when we do this, we've got all of you. And then when we give you this extra time to recover, work on homework, work on things that are outside of football, that's your time. But please give this coaching staff, give your players, when you're here and we're doing stuff, we need to be all in with it. And at the end of the day, let's have a smile on our face when we're doing it. Because that positive energy, brings you to where you're excited for the next rep. And then when you go to sleep on Tuesday night, you're excited to come back to practice on Wednesday because that's a big practice. So it was just, and our coaches and our players, they led that. We talked about it Sunday, Monday, but when I showed up Tuesday getting ready for practice, our guys were excited to get to work, for each other. And so that's why, to BJ's question, in those moments when the game's over, the Gatorade bath, looking in these kids' eyes, that's when my heart just melts because I know, obviously, I'm so proud of them.
In terms of what you guys did on offense and defense, it seemed like at times you used a little bit of tempo on offense, and I don't know how much we've seen that, recently. And on defense, you guys were really aggressive. 9 sacks ties the FBS school record at Boise State. Were those a couple changes you obviously wanted to make, whether it be on offense or defense?
Yeah, the biggest thing, to your first point, Jay, was I want our guys on the attack playing fast. And I said, I don't want anybody on this field scared to make a mistake. I want you to be on the attack, and I want around the room. If I'm on defense, I want them to run the ball to your side. If you're covering someone, I want you to think, please throw them to them, because I want you to be on the attack. Same thing on offense. I want you to work to score 4 touchdowns. I want the ball thrown to you. And keeping that mentality, and obviously the plan that Coach Hamden and the offensive staff, they put together a great plan that fit who we are, to be on the attack, to be efficient, and they did a phenomenal job. And our defensive staff did an awesome job. Like I said, some of these sacks too, these are max drops too. These are 3-man rush, and it's our guys just working through their fundamentals, their technique, once again, having fun, playing for each other. Because when you play for each other in a game of football, you need to. To be special, to be on the attack, you need to look to your left, to your right, and be like, it matters more for me to do my job because of him. Not because of what maybe someone outside of here will think. It's for that guy. And I think we did that tonight. Not by any means perfect. I really believe we did that tonight.
First game, you guys have had both Ashton and George really full available. You know, just how fun was it to watch that dynamic tonight?
Oh man, I was fired up going into the game, and both of them. I mean, you talk about two of probably the best tailbacks in the country, being able to finally be out there on the field at the same time, and not only what they did with the ball in their hand, but what they did once again, leading practice, leading the walkthroughs, leading the offense, and not even just the offense. I mean, our whole team, because Ashton Gentry and George Lonnie, those are big-time leaders on our team. Because not only will they show what you need to do from a work standpoint, they're going to actually do it, and they're going to do it consistently. And so it was awesome to get them on the field at the same time. And hats off to Taylon Green, too. I mean, once again, a guy that came out to practice every day, worked his tail off. Coach Hannon put a great plan together for him, and he went out there and did a great job as well.
I know this is a tough question to probably ask at this point in time. But how bad do you want to continue to be here, even beyond these next 2 years, Spencer?
Guys, you guys know where my heart is. I love this team. I love these players. I love this community. Like we talked about last week, we're playing New Mexico, and we're 4-5, and that stadium is packed. This place loves their football team, loves this community. And me and my wife have been here going on 7 years, and they've done nothing but open their arms to us too. Both our daughters have been born in Boise, Idaho. We love this place. We love the blue. I love these kids. And as long as I'm here with this group, that's exactly where my mindset's going to be.
This might solicit the same response you've already given us, but still, you've clearly been building the trust of these players for 7 years now.
Yeah.
To see that turn back and pay off. I mean, I don't know how many guys can spark that type of reaction being named an interim head coach in a season where the way this is going. So
yeah.
This 7 years of work, did you feel like it paid off these last 7 days?
I mean, I know it's paid off for me in my life because of how much these young men have impacted me and my family. And even players that are no longer here, talking to them last week, calling me, checking on me. I mean, those are the relationships you build when you can be somewhere and build that trust, because trust takes time. And it's not something that, hey, I'm the coach, so you need to trust me. Yeah, maybe they'll do what you want them to do, maybe on the field a little bit, but if you really want to change someone's life, it takes time. And I trust these guys from the bottom of my heart, and I think over these years, that's how you build trust together. And so when I see them go out on the field, play the way they practice, play together, it brings tears in my eyes because I know that's in them. And I'm a firm believer, not to get too far out there, but I'm a firm believer the more they learn that in life, they're going to be better husbands, better fathers, better business owners, which at the end of the day, that's the only reason we coach. It's not about the X's and O's on a whiteboard. It's so in 15 years, someone calls me and they're a better dad, a better husband because of their time here. And this group of young men will do that. And they've impacted me so much. And so this time I've been in Boise, they've changed my life. And they have my heart, and they feel that way. And like I said, guys, it's a group of kids that I would do anything for.
We're running a little low on time. Are there any other game-related questions?
Right after the game, there was like a line of players that were just wanting to stop by and say something to you. Like, what does that say?
Guys, I adore these kids, man. I love them dearly. They changed my life. And I know I'm probably saying the same thing, but hopefully you guys that have even been around me, I mean, they got my heart. And I will give them everything, any day of the week, any time. And they've done the same for me. And so them lining up to give me hugs and tell them, Coach, I love you. I'm here for you. This is for you. Those things it chokes me up because that's the group of kids we got.
Last thing for Coach, not only did they line up, they surrounded you during the postgame interview. In the locker room, postgame, DJ Schramm presented you with a game ball. Just what does that impact mean to you?
I mean, even like a guy like DJ Schramm giving me a game ball, because right before I walked in the locker room, his dad came up to me and said, thank you for all you do for my son. And I was very clear with Dave. I said, your son does way more for me than I do for him. I mean, DJ Schramm is a world changer. And so for DJ and that whole group to give me that ball, I wanted to make sure they know, guys, this is for you. This is not about me. This is for you guys. This is for this group of players. This is for the 2023 Broncos. But it gets me emotional because that's the love I have for these guys.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for everything. I know I probably said the same thing over and over, but that's where my heart is.
So George, you were good last week. I mean, you were great tonight. Looking back on tonight, did you kind of feel like your old self out there? Do you feel like you're definitely 100% now?
First and foremost, it's all glory to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Definitely felt good coming out towards this game. This is probably one of the best weeks I felt all week. Just being able to, recover, get my body right. And yeah, huge props. Shout out to the O-line receivers blocking their tails off. They got after them guys up front. And that's where it all starts.
Spence said that your 75-yard touchdown really lifted the spirits of everybody. You guys were down 10-0 at that point. Could you kind of feel the momentum on the sideline after you scored?
Oh yeah, for sure. That definitely helped us a lot. It was a mid-zone play. Backer shot over the top. There was no backside backer to contain that. I seen the whole D-line flowing over the top. I put one foot, got vertical, and it was go time from there.
George, we saw the Gatorade bath for Coach after the game. Just what was that like, the celebration with Coach D?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, those guys are excited. They love Coach D and everything he brings to this program. He's a really great coach. He's always been for the boys, and we definitely all love that guy.
You also gave him, I guess DJ also gave him the game ball after the game. What's he meant to you guys, and just especially this week and kind of helping you steady the ship?
He means a lot to me, just because the relationship I built with him and how he continues to instill faith within me, and that's a big thing with Coach D, and that means a lot to me and this team too. I mean, he puts God first, and he's always putting the guys first, making sure our bodies is feeling good to go out and play the full potential.
Why did everything click tonight? Offense, defense had 4 turnovers, season high in points. Why did it all click tonight?
I feel like a lot of guys are all in. I mean, they really want to do this for each other, for all of our brothers. And it was we started off slow for sure. It took some time, but we kind of found our rhythm. Yeah.
How fun was that momentum in the second quarter? It just seemed like nothing you could do could be stopped.
It felt really good, especially just being able to have different running backs. We had Ashton Jency back out there, and I was excited to just see him move around, get back in there and get a couple reps. He scored a touchdown. You had, Breezy Dubar in there. He also scored a touchdown. So it was exciting just to get those running backs. We had Tyler Crow get a carry at the end. That was exciting to see him run on the side and smack a dude. So yeah, for sure.
Your defense got a couple quick turnovers there for you guys. Just not really be able to catch a breath and just having to go out there and just do it again. Where did you guys get that?
I mean, our defense has been showing up all week. They've been bringing the energy to practice, and it all starts at practice. They were relentless tonight. They were flying around, running towards the ball. You had guys just making guys, D linemen getting in the backfield and just making plays. So it definitely gave, our secondary a lot of help for sure.
I just feel like you guys played with such joy tonight. Why was that?
I mean, our main goal was just to play fast, play smart, and play together. And that's what we did tonight. And we're truly especially not having a head coach, we're like, all right, so we got to be all in. Everybody has to come together and, figure this out for sure. So I truly think that a lot of guys are really bought into this.
One 105 or however many you got on the roster. When was the last time everybody had that much fun?
It's been a while for sure. I mean, last time I had that much fun was probably winning a championship. That was in 2019, but it was really exciting to just go 1-0 with Coach D and just win this game. It means a lot to not only him, but only like a lot of these seniors out here for sure.
Do you have any idea how the Gatorade bath was orchestrated, or was that?
No clue. I just looked to my right side and I see Coach D getting like a lot of Gatorade on him. I was like, yeah, let's go.
Anything else?
I just want one more. Just take us through that. I know you're going to talk about it. Your run. I was joking around. Did you think you had enough in the tank there to pull away at the end?
You mean the first touchdown?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got vertical and I just ran to the outside and I wasn't sure. Like I was like, okay, I could do this. I kept running. I seen Austin Bolt to my right side, and I ran that way. He came back and just blocked for me. So shout out to our receivers, our O linemen, all making that happen. And then you also had guys behind me, a lot of fans. So they were talking about my rat tail, and I kind of took that personal.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Ahmed, defensively, you guys really got after the quarterback tonight. How much of a focus was that coming into this game?
I mean, it was a big focus for us, just creating pressure in the QB and just creating some hits on him and just taking him out early. Hopefully he's okay. I saw him go out and they put the secondary and the third. Hopefully the guys are okay. But it was a big emphasis for us just to get after the QB so we can help our secondary out.
You have 11 sacks this year. You're the first Boise State player in double digits since 2019. Where do you feel like you've grown the most this year? What do you attribute this success to?
First of all, I would like to give all the glory to God. And I came a long way, man. I came a long way. 5 years, I didn't even know I would be here, start crying. Thanks to Coach D. He's the one that got me here and believed in me. And it was a team effort. It was a team effort. Like the whole D line worked together, and just Ty Benefield, Braxton Feely, Sheldon, Herb, Mike, all these people working together and just creating pressure on the QB, and then just forcing it to me so I make the play or I win my one-on-one. But it's a blessing, man. I'm really grateful, and I'm really blessed to have 11 sacks. I'm looking forward for more, and we're bowl eligible finally. So. And all glory to God, and I'm really blessed.
You saw the Gatorade bath, that all the you guys obviously were huddled around Coach Danielson during the interview. I mean, what does this mean to have this moment for him?
It means everything. That guy believed in us. I love Coach D. I would do anything for Coach D. If he told me right now to run through a brick wall, I swear I would do it. No pads on. This is how much I have love for him, and he's a father figure for me. I just look up to him so much. He's an amazing guy. Words cannot describe how much I love Coach D, and how I would love him to be a head coach here. He gave us life. He gave us life. He made it all week. It was all about us. And man, in the plane, coaches normally sit in front of the plane. We sat in front of the plane. So this is how we important to him, like this. You know what I'm saying?
I think that when I look at the game, obviously statistically you're best of the year, individually and collectively as a team. My biggest takeaway was the joy you guys played with tonight. What brought that out in the team?
Coach D did. I mean, this week we took care of our bodies. I'll be straight on up with these guys. Like, we took care of our bodies. He really gave us our time, and like, it's all Coach D, man. He's an awesome coach. The way he leads meetings, the way he starts meetings, the way that when we go into the meeting room, everybody has to have joy and smile on their face when they meet each other. That's all Coach D. That's all praise to him.
1 through 105 on the roster. When is the last time everyone had this much fun?
1 through 5, like 5 being the most?
The first player on the roster to the very last player on the roster, all of you guys collectively. When is the last time you had this much fun?
Long time ago, man. Long time ago. Coach D was really emphasizing like having fun, playing fast, and playing together, and playing smart. Because things happen, but playing together, playing collectively, and playing smart, and us like this is the most like close this team ever been with all the changes happening, with all the coaching changing. This is the most closest we ever been together. Like, okay, we're gonna get it done for that guy. We want to get it done for Coach D. We believe in us. It's all about us. Let's block every outside noise that we have, and let's go get it done.
Spencer was telling us that you told the defense to be more aggressive. How freeing was that to just go out there and just kind of do what you guys do?
He made a huge emphasis too on playing free, playing free, but within doing your job at the same time. Man, it's been an awesome opportunity, and I'm really grateful that he's my head coach. I don't know how much longer he will be, but hopefully he stays, because this is what I want. And this was, if you see the joy at the end of the game, and this whole people just jumping around and having fun and enjoying, and man, it's a really good opportunity.
Can you tell us who orchestrated the Gatorade bath? And I mean, you're still kind of new to American football in the grand scheme of things. Do you even know what that is? Like, where did you first see that? Why'd you want to do it?
I mean, it was clear because there's in Egypt there's soccer, so we kind of do the same thing. But Jabril called me on the phone because he's in the skybox. He called me on the phone and he was like, "Hey, get 2 Gatorades and go dump it on Coach D," because that's his first one as a head coach. And man, this guy behind the scene, he does a lot for us, and I'm really grateful for him.
All right, thank y'all.
So